The CEO of General Motors just made a chilling promise. I'll show you why this new engine will destroy the entire car industry. In a time when the world is going electric, GM has unleashed a massive 10.35 LV8 engine with over 1,000 horsepower, and it runs on gas. No batteries, no charging, just raw power. Why now? What does GM know that the rest of the industry doesn't? And could this monster engine really change everything? Let's find out. Section 1. The road to electrification. Something strange is happening in the car industry. For years, we were told electric vehicles are the future. Gasoline cars? Outdated, dirty, and dying. Governments are banning them. Companies are shutting down old factories. Billions are being poured into battery research. Everyone's preparing for a world where electric cars take over completely. And then, right in the middle of this electric revolution, General Motors drops a bombshell, a new engine. Not electric, not hybrid, a gas-powered monster. And the CEO says it could destroy the entire car industry. What kind of engine could possibly compete with Tesla's sleek zero-emission vehicles? Or disrupt the billions being invested in battery factories across the globe? And could it really challenge the very foundation of the electric future? In the last decade, the world's biggest automakers have been racing to electrify their lineups. China, the world's largest car market, has rolled out sweeping subsidies and mandates for EV adoption. The European Union has set a firm deadline. No new internal combustion engine cars will be sold after 2035. In the United States, states like California and New York are following suit with their own bans. Auto manufacturers have responded with urgency. Companies like Ford, Volkswagen, Hyundai, and Mercedes-Benz have pledged billions of dollars to build battery plants, develop new EV platforms, and transition their fleets toward full electrification. General Motors is no exception. The company has committed to selling only electric vehicles by 2035, a dramatic departure from its gasoline-dominated history. GM's electrification strategy hinges on its Ultium platform, an advanced battery system designed to be modular, scalable, and cost-efficient. In simple terms, Ultium allows GM to build everything from compact crossovers to massive electric trucks using the same underlying battery technology. This modular approach is critical for bringing down costs and accelerating production. In recent months, GM has introduced several Ultium-powered models to the market. These include the Cadillac Lyriq, the Chevrolet Blazer EV, and most recently, the all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali, which boasts an impressive range of up to 460 miles, well beyond the current industry average. GM has also partnered with charging providers and retail giants like Pilot and Flying J to build thousands of DC fast charging stations across America's highways. The company is not just dabbling in EVs, it's betting the future on them. And yet, despite all this momentum, the road to full electrification is proving to be far more difficult than many expected. First, there's the issue of charging infrastructure. While urban centers and wealthier regions are seeing more charging stations pop up, vast parts of the United States and many developing nations remain underserved. In rural areas or along long-distance routes, charging access is limited and often unreliable. Fast charging technology is improving, but it still takes significantly longer to charge an EV than to fill a gas tank. That gap is a major deterrent for buyers who travel frequently, live outside city centers, or simply want convenience. Second, battery production is expensive, complex, and resource-intensive. EVs rely on rare and difficult-to-extract materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. Mining these materials often raises ethical and environmental concerns, including water pollution and labor exploitation. Most of the world's battery supply chain is controlled by China, raising geopolitical risks and supply vulnerabilities. Even as battery costs have come down over the past decade, they remain the single most expensive component in an electric vehicle, accounting for as much as 40% of the total cost. Then there's the question of affordability. The average price of a new electric vehicle in the United States remains above $50,000, well out of reach for most working families, even with government subsidies. While prices are expected to decrease over time, the current economics of EV production make it difficult to build affordable mass-market models without sacrificing quality, range, or profitability. GM recently hit a major milestone by achieving variable profitability in its EV lineup, meaning that its electric vehicles are no longer being sold at a loss. But it took years of investment and scale to get there, and not all automakers are in the same position. So with all these challenges still looming over the EV revolution, what exactly is GM's play? Why unveil a gas-powered engine now, when everyone else is running headlong into electrification? Could this be a stopgap, a way to keep profits up while the EV market matures? Or does GM know something the rest of the industry doesn't? The answers to those questions lie in what GM has just revealed, and it might be more disruptive than anyone anticipated. Section 2. GM's revolutionary new engine. Just when it seemed like the internal combustion engine was quietly being ushered off the stage, General Motors detonated a bombshell. In a world obsessed with electrification, GM has unveiled something so massive, so powerful, and so utterly unthinkable that it has left the entire automotive world stunned. This isn't just a throwback to muscle car glory days. This is a 10.35 L V8 producing more than 1,000 horsepower. And it does it without a single turbocharger, supercharger, or electric motor. In an era where every major car maker is racing toward electric vehicles, GM just unleashed a gasoline-powered juggernaut that shatters everything we thought we knew about the future of driving. Why would a company so heavily invested in electric vehicles build a monster engine like this? And what are they really trying to prove? The ZZ632/1000. Let's break this down. In late 2021, Chevrolet, a GM brand, introduced what they call the ZZ632/1000, a 10.35 L naturally aspirated V8 crate engine. It was quietly released through GM Performance Parts, but recently it has re-entered headlines as GM leadership, including CEO Mary Barra, has begun publicly discussing its implications. Internally, it has been referred to as the company's ultimate combustion engine. Publicly, they're now presenting it as proof that combustion technology isn't dead. Not by a long shot. This engine is the largest and most powerful naturally aspirated engine GM has ever built. In simpler terms, it is a gasoline engine that uses no forced induction, no turbocharging, no supercharging, no hybrid boosting. Just raw air, fuel, and mechanical engineering. Despite this, it produces over 1,004 horsepower and 876 lb-ft of torque.